Alright, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Zilchi and welcome back to another solo leveling Arise video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at total increase in our power. Basically, we'll be doing account reviews, but as I promised in the last video, that I'll be doing a tutorial on how to increase your overall power, and I'll talk about all the stuff that you want to be doing to increase your Jinwoo power, your hunter powers, and just your overall TP in general. So we're going to take a look at my account and we're going to talk about the steps that I took in order to gain that level of power. So if you guys do enjoy this kind of video, be sure to hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. We're gonna hop right into this. So as you can see right now, we are using the full strength build. This build is very good still. However, I do think after using the Intuit build, that one might be just slightly better than the full strength build. But if you go the full strength build, I think that gives you the most TP because you have everything in strength, and you're going to be able to get yourself over to a certain point, right? You also see yourself with a lot more attack points in general. So full strength build is one way that you're going to be increasing your overall TP for your account, right? Jinwoo, very important that you try to get the legendary version of all of these blessing stones, right? Because once you get the legendary version, you do end up getting yourself a very good amount of TP increase. So I believe it's like 3,000, almost 4,000 TP increase. I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure, I don't remember, right? But I think we get like actually we could check here. Let's unequip this. Yeah, almost 6,000 increase in TP right there. That is crazy, right? So make sure you get yourself these legendary blessing stones if possible. If not, the purple ones still give you very good TP increase, right? So that is the very first thing that we're going to be talking about, is the blessing stones. Next up, we have our weapons. Again, as I said in one of my most recent videos, getting your weapon up to level 100, or let's say in increments, right? We have 80 to 100 to 120, right? I think if you're gonna increase your TP, you do obviously want to get to 120. However, to maximize, so that way you're not just doing it on one, because these resources are hard to get, right? I think what you do is 110 and 110 on two weapons for Jinwoo, so that way you are putting it in between both, right? I'm not sure if that still counts as one weapon for being 120, but you end up getting yourself a bunch of weapons up to level 110. So you get yourself, first of all, again, good TP, but you also get yourself a stronger weapon that allows you to increase your attack and stuff like that, right, on both weapons. So very important that you don't just do it for one, you do it for multiple if possible. If not, then I do suggest you just stick to the one and then just get that weapon up to level 120 and then just use that weapon as much as possible, right? But again, this is to increase your TP for the battle tier system, which we're going to take a look at in a second, right? Next up, we're going to talk about the skills. You can see it right here. Increasing your skills is very important, very important, because you do get quite a bit of TP from this as well once you level them up to a certain point, right? So leveling up here, again, you guys know all of this. This is very simple stuff, right? That you guys, if you have been playing for a little bit, you guys already know to be leveling up stuff like this. But again, a lot of you veteran players definitely have been slacking, such as myself, on leveling up these skills, right? It doesn't matter which skill you level up, all of them are his, so it still counts to his TP even if you're not using it, right? So if you level this up, you can say we get 97 TP right there. Again, at the end of the day, it all adds up. All of it does add up. So if you haven't leveled these things up, be sure to level them up, because again, you're gonna see yourself get very good TP increase from them, because again, I'm gonna say it again, it does add up, right? So skills, very important. As you can see, I have a bunch of them leveled up to a certain point, almost max. It's just these resources right here are very hard to come by, so I did not go ahead and leveled up all the way. But again, nonetheless, still has to be done eventually. As you see right here, we have all this just going through, almost fully leveled up, right? Everything almost fully done, which again, a lot of resources. So I don't blame you if you don't have enough to level up all the way, but again, it's not bad, right? It is not bad. You can see we have quite a few leveled up right here. This one right here, you don't necessarily need to level it up. However, we're gonna do it because video, right? 97 TP increase right there. Very, very, very good TP increase. You can see these ones right here, max level. All these are max level. So I prioritize this because we use this a lot. Obviously, you get to choose whichever one you want. This one is a different story. I didn't max these out, unfortunately, but they will be done again eventually, just like all the others, right? So leveling these up, very, very, very important. Obviously, the main important one that you want to level up is your ultimate skills, right? Get that up as quickly as possible. King's Domain, the strongest one he has right now. As you can see, way stronger than the others. I wish they could just release an ult that is just absolutely broken, but you know, we'll take what we can get. This one is supposed to be stronger, but it still just doesn't do enough damage compared to some of the skills that's in the game. For example, if you take a look at the dark mag slashes, it's just the best. It actually is just so strong, it's ridiculous. And then the light one as well, yeah, GG's. It's strong, way stronger than the ult, which makes no sense to me, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to complain. So second step, obviously, again, we're going to be talking about the skills here. So skills, very important part in increasing your overall TP. Again, this is a TP for your whole account, but also a good way to increase your Sung Jinwoo TP, because obviously that plays probably the biggest factor in increasing your overall TP, because the higher your Sung Jinwoo, obviously the higher your TP is, right? Next up, we're going to be talking about the artifacts. Now, if you want a bigger and better TP, like my TP probably is way higher than what it is right now if I put on an 8-piece curse or 8-piece greed or 8-piece blessing or something like that, right? Because obviously it's a full set and you get yourself higher TP as opposed to 4 and 4, right? But if you want to build your Sung Jinwoo to the best point possible, to where you're seeing yourself do a lot more damage with him, right, and just damage output in general, you want to go the 4-piece curse, 4-piece expert. But again, if you are manipulating the system to get yourself a higher battle tier, go full 8-piece curse, and then after that you can just go back to changing it to this. All right, so 8-piece curse, 8-piece or 8-piece curse, and then you have 4-piece and 4-piece. Whichever one you choose to do is perfectly fine. If you have perfectly built sets, your TP is, as you can see, will be at a point right here like I have right now. Enhancing your TP or your artifacts, very important. You get very good TP bonus from these, right? So let me see if I can find one that's not enhanced. What is this? Damage increase. Let's just see if we can get something. That 890, we're not gonna get lucky. I'm not even gonna attempt that. I'm not even gonna attempt that. That was crazy. I didn't even know I had that piece. Can we get crit rate? That's also 890. How about attack? It's 1.3. We're gonna try 1. We're gonna try 2. There we go. You see, we get TP increase. It's not too much because again, we're almost at the max right there, so it's not going to be too much in the increase. But again, enhancing all of these, very, very, very important. You do want to do it. Does make a big difference. You can see the amount of increase we get here in terms of just damage increase. You can see right here we have plus 790 towards this, so we're over 3k on that, right? So it does give you a very big boost. You do want to enhance your artifacts if possible, and obviously you get that through the simulation gates, and the rewards you get for that you're able to again put towards your artifacts to make them a lot stronger, to obviously make your Sung Jinwoo a lot stronger. So there you have it. That is going to be the artifact section right here. You can do it for every single artifact you have, right? If you want to reroll before you start enhancing, the artifact event is out, so I do suggest you guys go ahead and do that. Hopefully you guys get lucky in what you want. If not, I apologize. All right, the rerolling event is so tough. I know it's rough. It is rough. Everything in this game is RNG. Everything in gacha games in general is RNG, so I apologize. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, it is what it is. All right, so artifacts, we got that done. Next, we're gonna be talking about the cores. Very, very, very important, guys. Cores, you can get them to level 10, right? You're gonna see yourself do very good in terms of your TP increase. However, obviously, the higher the level, the more TP you're gonna have, right? So level 15, very important, but not just level 15. You also want to enhance it all the way up to max percentage, right? So 100%. So again, you get your max TP gain from both of these or all three of these, right? Very, very, very important that you do that. It does. I don't think any of these give you any more or any less. I think all of them end up giving you the same amount of TP once you max them out. So you do whichever one you want to do. Again, if you want to copy my artifacts exactly, this is what I'm using, right? I have the attack percent and damage increase on this one, additional defense crit hit rate, and then I have defense penetration on this one right here. So again, level 15 max, level 15 max, and level 15 max. Maximize your TP, guys. Very, very, very important. And that's going to be the same for all of the hunters, right? But we're going to take a look at the hunters specifically, because obviously there's all the elements to play there, right? So again, let's backtrack here. We'll talk about what it is that's important for Sung Jinwoo, right? For stat points, strength, I believe, all right, I'm almost like 96% sure. The other 4% could be something else, right? That strength gives you the most TP gain, right? I believe so. I think vitality might give you a decent amount as well, but I think strength does give you the most here. So put it in strength. You see yourself gain a very good TP. We're gonna go down, just go down like this. Next, we have skills. Increase your skill points, or not your skill points, increase your skills, the levels for those. Obviously, they're going to do more damage, and they're also going to be able to give you more TP, as well as your ultimate skill. You want to increase that as much as possible. And the same for the QTEs, increase those, higher TP increase. Next, we have Bloodlust. You guys saw, get them to legendary if possible. If not, it is what it is. But if you have a few that's under legendary, you can just equip them for the extra TP for your battle tier, and then unequip them to put back whichever one you want for your content, right? But I do suggest you guys do that if you want the rewards from higher TP in the battle tier. So legendary is very important for the blessing stones, right? Next we have, I completely forgot about the levels. Obviously the level of Sung Jinwoo does matter. Level 100 out of 100, very important. But that's something you can easily do, right? It's something you can control, how much you level, how fast you level, right? Actually, well, I don't think you can control how fast you level up. You level up based on what the game content is. So if you do every content in the game and then you reach a certain point where you can't even get XP from the stuff anymore, then there's nothing you can do about that, unfortunately. But if you can get to level 100 as quickly as possible, you're going to see yourself get higher TP, obviously. So very, very, very important there. Next, we have the weapons, level 120. You do want all of them eventually at that point to get to level 120. And again, get yourself that TP gain. So there you go. That is the Sung Jinwoo portion of this video. So Sung Jinwoo, very important part. Just him alone, I have 400,000 in terms of my TP for him, right? It could be a lot higher. I think if I gave him the 8-piece curse, he would be probably close to 430k. I'm gonna be honest with you. Depending on the stats that we have on these 8-piece curses, he could be up there in terms of maybe, I'll say maybe like 420k is where he go, right? And my total power for this account could be a lot higher. I'm gonna show you guys what my total power is right now. We're getting close to that 2 million point, guys. We really are, which is actually, like I said in yesterday's video, ridiculous to think about. That means content in this game is going to take a drastic turn in terms of difficulty. I believe so, because if you're getting to the 2 million point, TP increase is going to be ridiculous. There's no way. Wait till Sung Jinwoo versus the system. It's going to be ridiculous. I already know. All right, but let's go ahead. Now we're going to take a look at our hunters, right? Hunters are very, very, very important. The reason why I'm going to take a look at them specifically is simply because they have just something different than Sung Jinwoo has. Not really too different, but they have the chance to get extra copies inside of them, right? In terms of the star placement and their advancement, right? So you can have a hunter that is similar to Jinwoo in terms of the stats. You can have a hunter go up to almost 400k if you have the right stats and stuff like that, right? So very important that you do, if you can, get your units up to A5, because at this point in the game, A5 or nothing, right? If you're not getting your hunters up to A5, you're just not going to be able to compete with the events in this game, unfortunately, because of the TP requirements. A lot of the hunters are really good at A3, right? A3 is or A3 for all of them are their stopping point in terms of free to play. However, content again requires you to have high CP. So if you get to A5, that would be ideal for every hunter in the game. I'm not saying that's their best spot. I mean, it is their best spot, but for free to play, their best spot is A3. And it's just sad that they're going to this level. This is why I hate CP threshold. But I guess they have to do that because the hunters in this game are actually really powerful, so they need to limit us in some way, shape, or form, right? In terms of the strength that these hunters have. So CP is very important. But nonetheless, A5 is what you guys do or should get your hunters to, right? It's going to be the same thing as Jinwoo. It depends on your build, your cores, your skills. You want to level all of those up as quickly as possible. And the same thing for the weapons. You want to get them to level 120. Very, very, very important for their TP, right? Again, you don't want to ignore their stats. It's also very important. Almost 40k defense on that is crazy. I'm going to be honest with you. Very, very cool to see. All right, so let's take a look here. We have the skills, everything you want to max out if possible, literally everything, because again, you're gonna get yourself the max TP for them if you can do that, right? Next up, we have the artifacts. Once again, 8-piece curse will give you the most TP gain. Very important. If you guys just want to increase your overall TP, go 8-piece curse, and then you can switch back to your set that you have. It's probably my biggest tip in terms of getting your battle tier up, so you can get the rewards for that. But if you want again to get yourself the ideal character, for him it's going to be 4 and 4 of a different set, right? And for most character it is 4 curse and then 4 anything else. For breaker type units, 8-piece curse is probably the way to go. Yeah, not curse, 8-piece greed is always going to be the way to go, because not only are you getting good support effects from the greed set, you're also getting good TP. Like Essel being one of my highest is kind of crazy, and to be honest with you, it is kind of crazy. And with her weapon not even being level 120, it's kind of cool, right? If I broke this up to give her level 120, she'd obviously be higher than Thomas Andre. She'd be close to 320,000, which is crazy. Very, very insane to think about, right? Her skills are not even all the way leveled up, and she's still at this high point. Very, very cool to see. I'm gonna be honest, very cool to see that we have a hunter that has this level of TP. Very, very cool. But yeah, those are probably the most important ones. Again, you do want to enhance these artifacts once you do get them, and you're satisfied with the stats that you do have, definitely go ahead and enhance those. Next up obviously is the cores. Again, you do want level 15 on these if possible. The only reason why I haven't gotten his to level 15 is because he doesn't need attack percent, so I've been prioritizing on other units, other stuff. But I could limit break. Look how many of these I have. I have so many. It's not even funny. Like, this is crazy. It's just first of all, I have no coins to be able to get all these to max. It's just unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. So eventually I get these to level 15 and my TP would be a lot higher. I'd probably be at a certain point, which we're going to take a look at again. But yeah, level 15 on the cores, very important, and that's for all the hunters. So if I'm looking at this hunter, it's going to be the same for every other hunter. We could go to Kanai as well. It's almost the same exact thing here, right? Level 15, very important. All right, but yeah, that is it for the hunters. Let's go ahead, take a look at the next best way to increase your TP. That is going to be the Army of Shadows. Guys, the Army of Shadows is very important, right? This probably gives you the next most TP gain, right? In terms of power, I am getting an extra 325,000 TP to my system, right? Which is very, very, very good. That is a lot. That is a lot. This basically is one hunter, right? Which is kind of crazy. All of these guys added up together, very, very, very cool. The only issue is they cost a lot. They cost a lot. Listen, think about this. The only shadow I do not have at general rank is tank, and he costs so much. Just to get him there is 550. Now think about this. from all the way, he was all the way down to just a regular guy, right? And now he's all, to get him all the way up from there to there is 550. That, I don't know the math on that, but that's probably almost 1,000 of those traces of shadows. And think about it, you have to do that for every single one of these. Every single one. So you guys know how the resource listen, I feel for you guys. If you guys are free to play, I feel your pain. All right, I apologize. I'm gonna be honest with you. They need to give us a better way to get more of these, and they need to take away it costing coins, because like, why does everything in this game need coins? Just please let me say my point. Just limit it to artifact grinding and anything else, but just not this or your Sung Jinwoo skill level upgrades or anything like that. But please, Netmarble, I'm begging you. I'm running out of coins, and I buy coins from the shop. This is ridiculous. Anyways, we're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that. I might make a separate video on that issue, because it is getting incredibly expensive to maintain the coins in this game. It should not be like that. I'm gonna be honest, it should not be like that. But we're getting off topic here. Very important to increase the Shadow Army ranks, as well as upgrading these. I don't suggest getting them all the way up to red, because you're not getting that much TP increase. If you get them up to the yellow, you're getting more TP increase than you would get from the red one. So very important that you do that as well. So that is the shadow part is very simple, right? Very quick, not much to talk about here. You get new weapons as well, so you do want to buy these. Buying all those you get like a very good TP increase. I think you get like 3,000 TP increase just for getting the weapon unlocked. And then if you want to upgrade the weapon, right, you get an extra, look how much TP you get from this. So from 328, well, this goes up. If you get one, it goes up to 328, so that's 3k. But if you get all the way up, that's 338. That's almost a 10,000 TP increase from just getting one guy to level 5. But again, the resources you need to get one to level 5 is ridiculous, right? I don't even know if there's anyone in the world right now that has all these at, like, every single one of these at level 5. I don't even think it's possible. I'm gonna be honest with you. And if it is possible, I don't know what you're doing with your life. I'm gonna be honest with you. It is what it is. I'm not gonna judge. I'm not judging, because I'm also a whale, so I understand. I do understand. But yeah, very important that you guys do that for the Demon King Longsword, for all the weapons that these guys have, the Shadow Side, stuff like that, right? Very, very, very important. The next step is Baran. I have not finished Baran, guys. I know. Don't yell at me in the comments. I apologize. I will get it done. I will get it done. I just need, how much is that? 6 more, and then we're good. 6 more levels, and we're chilling. I have just been focusing on the other one, but I'm gonna get that done because I have tickets, and I don't really need to grind Deimos right now, so we can just get Baran done, get him up. That's an extra 6,000 TP to the system. So very important that we do that, right? This one, not much to talk about. Again, you can only upgrade one thing at a time. So so we don't even have enough to get him up to level 45. It is what it is. There's nothing we can do about that other than just go and grind for it. So Baran, very important. It gets 50,000 TP once you level that up. It's kind of cool because we're gonna get a lot more, guys. We're getting a lot more here, so that should be good. And I guess all of them added up is going to be added to your total power increase, because this is just one, and I'm guessing if all of them are 50,000 each, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, that's going to be crazy, right? Crazy TP increase. So very important that you guys lock in on your Baran. All right, and that's pretty much it. We have one more thing. Well, actually, that is not it at all. We're gonna talk about 2 more things. 2 more very important things here, actually. Next, we have the Armory. Armory is super duper important, right? You put your SR or your SSR weapons in here. This does not affect your Hunter stats or your Sung Jinwoo stats at all, but it does give you extra TP increase, right? And you do want to be able to get extra TP increase. So that 155,000 I have does show in the battle tier system, but it will not show in the actual game. So, which is very unfortunate, but it is what it is. You can see I have this maxed out. It does use a lot of resources. a lot. I don't have all of these maxed out, just a few of them. And when we get to this, you can see it's not finished, right? And like stuff like this, but they will get done eventually. They will be done eventually. So, but yeah, TP increase for this is very, very, very important. Not much to talk about here as well. It's just the resources it does use, very hard to get. Very hard, especially the second one. Can I find one that's not maxed out? This one, no, this one right here. This right here, it's like you barely get this. Like, I don't know what they're doing. I need them to give me more of this, please. Thank you. Thank you. You could quick craft it, but then you're using a bunch of these, which is also very important, right? So it's like, what do they want me to do? And it also costs coins. 110,000 is ridiculous, guys. We don't need to make everything cost coins. Please, I'm begging you, get rid of it. Please, just please. It's not necessary. Anyways, very important there. Next, we're going to be taking a look at our gems. Very important. In terms of gems, I don't know, guys. I'm going to be honest. I don't know which one gives you the most TP. If it's percentage or flat. I have, for the most part, percentage on my gems because, for example, the attack percent give better increase in attack for Jinwoo than the flat one would, right? But I do have it balanced out with flat because hunters use flat. So I wanted to go 3 and 4 if possible. Or is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 and 5. I could have done 4 and 4, but again, I don't know which one gives most in terms of percentage. We're gonna make a dedicated video to the gems because again, a lot of you guys want me to do gem videos, so I'll get that out as quickly as possible so that way you guys can see what we do. But you can see right here, for the most part, it's the percentage, and I try to balance it out between percentage and flat, right? This one, I don't even know if this has percentage, but you know, it is what it is. For this one, this doesn't have percentage. This is just precision and what is this? Defense penetration. Crit hit damage, not really important. You get that from your artifacts, so you're chilling with that. Artifacts and scores, so you're chilling with that. You don't need crit hit damage on this. Just defense penetration and precision. Obviously, the better precision you have, the more damage output with your weapons you'll get. For HP, doesn't really matter as well, but I try to balance it out if possible. So yeah, that is the gems. Very, very, very important. Can I see how much? No, it doesn't show you. But you can see the amount you're getting from, like, I'm getting 5,615 from precision here, which is, it's glowing gold. So I'm pretty sure that's like the max, which is very cool. Very, very, very cool. But yeah, that is it in terms of all the ways to increase your overall TP. If I missed anything, please let me know in the comments and I will for sure highlight it and respond to it and tell everyone that it is very important. But that is, as far as I know, all of the ways to increase your total power for everything in the game, your hunters, your Sung Jinwoo, and stuff like that. Now we're gonna go ahead and take a look at my battle tier. We are at 1.630. This is technically going to be higher in the next few days. We're probably going to get to 1.7 after I do everything that I just told you about, right? We're going to increase this. I'm not going to do the 8-piece curse strat, right? We're just going to do other things. I'm going to increase my shadows. I'm going to increase my Sung Jinwoo. We're going to increase Baran, so that's an extra 6,000, so it would be 1.636 after I finish grinding the WOBL for him. And then we're just going to increase everything overall, so that way I'm prepared for the next content that's in this game that is coming. But yeah, guys, if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments your guys' overall TP. I'm very interested to see how far you guys are free to play and or will. I know there's a few people like in this community that has 2 million total power, which is crazy. My level of luck is just not. I'm an unlucky whale. All right, I am probably one of the most unlucky whales in this game. It's very unfortunate, but you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, again, be sure to hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.